Good morning. Welcome to the January 5th, 2026 Delaware County Stormwater Board meeting. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Ask if you'll rise and follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Present.
Here. 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 The first item on our agenda today is board organization. Currently, I'm the sitting president. Commissioner Riggin is the vice president. Do I hear any nominations for slate of officers?
I second that.
We have a motion from Commissioner Henry. Could you please turn on your mic, sir? And a second from Surveyor Borchers. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and I'll clarify just because my mic wasn't on. I made a motion to keep the officers as we currently have.
So officers will remain, I'll remain the president and
Do we
vice
get a raise?
president. Yeah, sure do.
Double your salary.
0 times 0 is 0. Yeah. Okay, so meeting minutes, those were sent out previously. Thank you for sending those out. Any comments or clarifications? Otherwise, I'd accept a motion to approve the meeting minutes as submitted.
So move.
Second.
For motion the second, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pose the same. I will sign the meeting minutes. Old business, is there any update on 12879 Stony Creek Lane? That's the property over on Randolph County line.
Correct, yes, the log jam has been removed. That was the root cause of the whole issue. I submitted a claim to Jenna, a month ago, with pictures and everything. And then next Monday, the 12th, I have a meeting with IDEM, DNR, Army Corps of Engineers. They want to meet out there for the bank stabilization, make sure everything's to code with that. So after Monday, which I'm sure they'll approve it, because it's like I said, it's not that big of a project. But the way that they do everything now, it's if you're putting in a bridge or a 40-foot of gabion baskets, they all treat it the same. So I'll meet them out there next Monday. As soon as that gets approved and we walk through that, then I'll receive some quotes from a couple contractors, and we can finish up Mr. Young's issue out there, and I assume in the next month or two it'll be completely done.
Appreciate that update, Mr. Surveyor.
Yeah.
Any comments or questions from the rest of the board?
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Next is Orchard Street and Hickory Lane. We haven't heard from those property owners out there in a while, but we also probably haven't had any significant floods.
Rainfall, right? And I think this is still in. Last time I talked to Heather, we're still waiting on Cooley to come back with some issues. Is that? I don't know.
We'd actually planned to meet with them this month on that and the Cowan job as well to get some updates and just kind of get things rolling.
Okay.
I think we've been a little stagnant on just between the two of us. So
Okay. Ken Drive project update. We were going to remove a tree.
The tree, the people had given their
Permission, yeah.
they gave their permission.
Yeah, I will get the tree, like with the weather, there was no, but I want to get with the homeowners first, but we will have the tree removed out of there.
Yeah.
And,
And are you recommending a culvert
well,
drain
here's,
on the north side also?
yeah, I think there needs to be a culvert. There definitely needs to be a culvert on the north side with a catch basin running to the south. It's up to you all what you think. I mean, an open ditch, it's going to fill back in,
Well,
An open,
I don't know.
if we could just open it up, it's going to fill back in. I think it was filled in before. I think that's part of the problem why the water is not getting away. But it's going to be more costly and stuff too.
I don't know if Mr. Thomas has had time to get out there, but the family on the north, they are the ones that it's causing their basement to have issues.
Yeah. Bottom line is we couldn't do anything until that tree was out. As soon as that tree's out, it's going to be easy fix.
Right, but yeah, it's been like this since the contractor put the housing development in there.
Yes,
And we're
absolutely.
doing the makeup and
Yeah. But I would say over the years, where that tree sets, if you follow it on down to the south, I'm going to tell you, they filled their yard in because they didn't want that dip, mowing.
Yeah.
So,
So if we're gonna have to run like a 500 foot of some, drains, I don't know how,
yeah,
what
and
the
like I said,
recommendation is.
I mean, it's going to be a lot easier not to put it in, but are they going to fill it back in? The thing is, if we do start burying stuff, once we start burying stuff, then there's going to be maintenance depending on how deep it is, with the grass and stuff getting in there and having them jet rotted. I mean, yeah, I don't know what the answer is there exactly.
So we need to be talking to both homeowners on both sides of that, south side of that,
Correct.
to
Correct. And
what
we'll-
they recommend.
Right. Well, I guess we're gonna have to also recommend what we can, what we can afford too,
Right,
to see how much that's gonna
Right.
be. Go ahead, Dean.
yeah.
How many feet of pipe need to go in there?
I don't know how far. I honestly, I did not measure how far it is. I can do that and let you all know. The thing is, it's gonna be hard for us back there with the grade all trying to put plastic in.
And with that utility right there too.
So
Well,
for liability reasons, with all the utilities and stuff right there, I don't care to put. I can put the catch basin in. I can put the crossover pipe. I can get the tree cut down. I would rather liability wise have
we
somebody.
can get somebody else. We can hire someone to do it. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm trying to guess how much is this project gonna cost, is my point.
You want?
So if you can,
Yeah. I get a
if
quote.
you can figure out, get us a quote on what
I'll get you a
it's
quote.
gonna cost you, and then if, you could get with Tommy and see if, he can get one of the contractors
Yeah, that'd be
to go out there and
yeah.
giving us estimates
And like I
to
said, I
put some
have-
plastic in.
I have zero problem myself going out there and putting the catch basin in, the crossover pipe. That's how it originally was supposed to be
Right.
before. There wasn't a catch basin there, but there was actually a water like cut right
Waterway.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when they set the utility right in the way of that drain.
Yeah, it didn't help anything at
That
all.
didn't help.
Yeah, and the tree just has to go. It's right in the
Right,
way,
yeah.
But I'm gonna say we're probably gonna have to grind that stump out, try to get all that stuff out too. So
Yeah.
Can we put some timing to these actions? So can this stuff be done before the next stormwater meeting, which is going to be the first Monday in February? So get the tree removed
yeah, I'll have
and
to
get a
re-
quote for us to consider for the piping. The catch basin network doesn't have to be done, but
Right.
I'd like to at least have the tree removed
Yeah.
and the quote in front of us
I
by
agree.
the,
Let the family know that we're
I'll get
working
on
on
it as
it.
soon as I leave here. Since I'm not meeting with AT&T today, I will get a hold of the tree guy today, take him by there, and tell him we need it out ASAP.
okay. Because our long-term goal here is to pave Ken Drive, right? But we're
Right.
not going to
Correct.
do this until we
Correct.
pave. So we
Correct.
need to get this done and get it on our paving list.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, if I could ask a couple questions.
Yeah.
Sure.
This, where you put this catch basin in this drain, does this go to a regulated drain somehow?
Yes, there's
Flow
a
into what regulated
what is
drain?
that creek? What's that creek right
I
there?
don't even know. I don't.
There's a creek right down there, John, on the south. I don't know the name. It's no name.
I think it's the
Probably.
no name.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Yeah.
If
So
it flows to the regulated drain, can this be an extension of the regulated drain, a tributary to the regulated drain that can assess costs to the property owners through the drainage board?
Well, it would, if it's not a regulated drain, so it would have to be a special assessment to them.
Okay,
But that would require that tributary to be accepted as a regulated drain, and it's not. So right now, no, we can't do anything with it as
Is-
far as assessing those people.
I understand, I'm just looking for ways to share the cost.
Okay.
Does this affect more than just two people?
Yes, it floods and the whole people on the, about four
Well, then-
houses, they have to
then
drive through it.
It could be through the drainage board. You can create this, what Tommy was talking about, this tributary with a special assessment to get the cost to help all these people out there. As opposed to put it in and then there would be an assessment that would install it and then maintain it. Unless they wanted to create a private drain to do this,
Yeah,
and then they would pay the cost of that. That's
Right.
the other option.
It basically falls under is the same rules as like a reconstruction.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna affect all the homes, even to the east.
West.
To the east.
that
Towards Hoyt.
it'll help everybody. I mean,
It's gonna help everybody in there, and like I
that
said,
drive through
they kept
there.
wanting the road paved, and I said, not
They
till
want
we
their
can
road
get the
paved.
okay.
Agree.
Well, then that cost would be shared by a lot more people, and so the cost for the homeowners would be significantly less
Yeah,
than just a handful of homeowners.
that'd be
Put this
fair.
pipe in, yeah. And then that way Tommy can assess it, Dean can take a look at it, and Tom Borchers can take a look at it, and then come up with a better solution than just putting a culvert and a catch basin to run the water, God knows where.
Well, it goes south there.
So,
But-
Mr. Borchers, is No Name Creek not a regulated drain?
No, it's a regular.
It is a regulated drain, okay.
But the area that he's talking about
The tributary.
would not be considered that.
Yeah.
So,
So.
But you could create a tributary to
we
that
could,
regulated drain.
but we'd also have to have a public meeting
Right.
and
Sure.
say, hey, this is
I
going to cost
understand.
you.
There's hoops to jump through.
Right. And, so that's the other
But
issue.
there'd be a number of property owners that would be benefited. from
Correct.
this.
Correct.
The biggest expense is gonna be the plastic. That's gonna be the biggest. I'm probably gonna get the tree. I mean, I'm speaking off, probably for $1,500, $2,000. It's gone. Okay. If we're doing the work, I mean, it's whatever the culvert costs, the catch basin. I don't see big costs in this. The biggest cost is gonna be from where we stop to, and I wish I knew how many feet that was. I will know here in a little bit because I could go measure it, but.
Okay.
Well, one of the people that be benefited will be the county because of the roadway.
Yeah,
The roadway's gonna benefit from this work as well. So the county would share in the cost with all the people that are gonna benefit from this, and would help this person's basement, right?
Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna help. Actually, it's gonna help everybody, but it's gonna help. Like I said, I'm glad you said that, John, because actually, it's gonna help us more than it is anyone, or as much as anyone, because we're out there trying to fix patch roads back that I can't pave that. I can't pave it because you're gonna be paving and it's just gonna be under the water.
Well, that's
again.
all part of the reconstruction analysis. That's
Yeah,
done.
and we can do one of two things. If we go the reconstruction route, we'll hire an engineer. The drainage board will hire an engineer, and all those costs will go to the homeowners. But if it's just putting in a pipe, that's going to be months and months worth of work. If it's just putting in a pipe, and if the board wants me to, I can meet Tommy out there and get a couple quotes from guys that put in pipe for me, and see what the cost is going to be, and see if it's something that the Stormwater Board would like to pursue, or if we want to go the reconstruction route. Likely that's going to be months down the road because it's a long drawn out
Right.
process. So
It
however you
is.
guys want me to do, I can do it both
Yeah.
ways.
But I was just looking at a long-term fix as
Yeah,
opposed to
and we
just a
can
short-term.
do that.
Put in a pipe and hope and pray that it'll address the situation.
And we can do both.
Yeah, and I see what
do
you're
it
saying,
parallel.
John. Like I said, it's definitely we're gonna have bury, tile, and I'm telling you, at one time that's the way the water got away, but they just filled those yards in over the years. They just did away with the natural swell. I mean,
Can we just let's get an estimate, and
Yeah.
then we can figure out which way we want to go.
absolutely.
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item D, county, or the Cowan Alley project update. This is the blind T. Dean, you sent us an email with a proposal from Cooley. Can you walk us through it?
Yep. So they encountered a blind T where they had hoped to find a clean out of some sort. Because they did not find that, in order for them to continue pursuing fixing this whole thing, they need to there's two options here. One for a little over $5,700, another one for over $74,000. The first one's just to install a clean out pipe. The other one is to actually set a storm structure. And then the other part was the part about repairing the line.
It's $5,400 to put a clean out in.
Well, it's something large enough for somebody to actually get down into. So
Okay.
it's not, it's a clean out, but that's probably the wrong term to use.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's the first proposal for $5,737.28 is to set a 24-inch dual wall storm structure 6 feet deep.
Mhm.
The second proposal for $7,426.28 is to set a 48-inch concrete storm structure 6 feet deep. And then there's $2,500 charge to do the point repair to the east of the line south in the alley 600, south of 600, between Fleming and Malissa in the alleys. Remember, this is in Cowan. So, do you have a recommendation?
I would recommend the storm structure. It'll be more permanent and hopefully better suited long-term.
So, item 1 or 2?
Item 2.
Okay. So the recommendation from our county engineer is set a new 48-inch concrete storm structure, 6 feet deep, $7,426.28. That would be large enough for someone to get down inside. In addition, they would also have to do the $2,500 worth of work, the point repair, to put the line just south of 600 between Fleming and Malissa in the alley, to put it back together. Because right now there's an open hole there, and we have some wood over it, but there are kids playing in it.
Still trying to
what's
remedy
total
this.
cost?
The total cost, let's see.
Yeah, about 10,000. something.
Yeah, just a little under 10 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$9,926.28.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve the recommendation of item number 2 and 3 on the Cooley quote dated December 22nd, 2025. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same.
Can that work happen this winter?
As soon as we leave here, I'll call him and get him started on it. So I'll try to get a schedule. That way we know. I'd rather it be done sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I'd like to get those holes closed up.
Yep. We'll make sure they know it's a priority.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Item E, the crypto mining park out at Park 1 and 332. There's a guy named Kai Tan. I've been trying to get a hold of him. He owns that or is responsible for that park. They did take down the silt fence, the erosion control fence, so we were able to mow all the way out to the road. So that part looks good, but there's still 5 or 6 storage units, those great big steel semi sea tainers, what I'll call a sea tainer sitting there,
Right.
and those need removed. So I'm
They're
continuing.
not using them anymore?
My understanding is they're empty and they need removed.
Wow.
Now, but I can't get confirmation from this Mr. Kai, K-A-I-T-A-N, Kai Tan. I've sent him email, text message, I've tried to call him, no response. So I will keep providing updates, but
Are they
that's,
cutting the grass up there at all? or-
they did it one time this year.
Wow.
They were as tall as you, which is pretty tall.
5'2".
Yeah. I don't see Laura Bowley, so I don't know if we have an update.
Yeah, we probably didn't have her on our email.
Also, construction compliance inspector, Courtney Pruitt, I don't see her, so we'll skip that. Commissioner Riggin, you had asked a question via email over the holidays about the Merrill Green property, if that had been repaired.
Yes, I did. That was out there on 700 West, north of 332.
It's where he took out that
We
culvert, cement
yeah,
culvert.
His son-in-law
The
with a
son-
backhoe
the
took out.
son-in-law was trying to be helpful, and we were going to send him a letter, Mr. Green, that, yeah.
Do you know if Heather has sent that letter? I know that she sent some stuff to John. Does that sound right,
I never
John?
got anything from Heather.
So we need to follow up on that. And we'll add that on our old business agenda as item number
Oh, I didn't
H.
get it.
Tommy, are you able to put that back in, and how much do you think it'll cost?
It was gonna be expensive.
It's gonna be expensive. Yeah, and John, I will make sure you get something. Maybe she sent
It
them.
may have gone to me, I think.
Okay, I will definitely find out and let you both
Okay.
know. I appreciate it.
Okay, we'll add that to our agenda for the February meeting. It'll be item H under old business. Yep. Anything else for old business? From anyone?
I'll think of it later.
Okay. Item number 7, we had the storm structure for Cowan, but I believe we handled that just now under old business, correct?
that's
So
it.
we're
Okay.
good there? Okay. Anything else for new business? From anyone?
I mean, I guess it's time to bring up other ideas.
Sure.
So just this past week, I was out looking at one of our larger log jams that I've encountered. Would this be the appropriate place to request?
Good place to start the talk.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
So out on 900 West and White River, just north of Daleville, there's a pretty large log jam. Covers roughly 2/3 of the river that goes near Bridge 123. Enough stuff that it's a concern, basically of eroding the bridge that's there or
Yeah.
the foundations.
It's creating scouring with the,
Yes,
Yeah.
because it's rerouting where the water is supposed to go. And I don't know if that's, like I say, it's larger than something we can handle removing. It's
Yes,
pretty good size.
we need to get some, open bids,
I can get,
because,
I can
yeah.
get some quotes for you. And
And
then,
like I say, I don't mind handling that. Like I say, just so one less thing you have to deal with.
however you want to do it, but like I said, I got guys that
they
do
probably
it,
need
do
some
it all
more.
the time.
Yeah, but either way, like I say, get some quotes and
then,
then
why don't you work together on it so
Yeah.
Dean can learn the process?
And then we'll work with you, and then I'll show you on the DNR how to.
yes, that'd be good. Yeah, we
Since
like I
it's
say, talked a little bit.
regulated drain, there's some extra steps.
And while we're talking about it, has anybody noticed the White River or the High Street Bridge? Because that often gets really bad.
Another one.
Yeah, there's a log jam there, but if I recall properly, the commissioners have an agreement with the
Oh,
Board
that's
of
right.
Sanitary
Yeah,
District
up to
Commissioners
5,000.
that
Oh,
50,000.
50,000.
They coordinate all the work, they handle the DNR permits, they do the work, and then they send an invoice over to the commissioner. So
Okay.
any bridge inside the city limits is handled by that agreement, Mr. Thomas.
Yeah,
Anything outside would be handled like you're talking about.
yeah,
Yep, and that's good to know.
yeah.
Yep.
And that's 50,000 each year.
It is
Yes.
50,000.
That's a good, we signed that, that's good.
Yeah, I get the permits come across my email all the time from the DNR.
Yep.
I do have something to share with you guys. So out by the reservoir of 575 East, we ran into a little problem. I'm going to approach it if it's okay, and show you some pictures I just received. So we have a box.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah, been there a long time, hasn't it?
Let me show you that's what it looks like. It's going from a small creek part into the reservoir.
Wow.
That's all it's doing.
Yeah.
So it was something. I mean, that's.
The road's gonna give
That's gonna
in.
be a me and Dean and Dean, figured this one out, but I don't know if slip line is available for something like that. That way it doesn't have to be pulled, you know?
That's an odd shaped box culvert.
It's
That
very-
It's almost
is.
like they put it on its side.
Absolutely, so I would hit you guys with that, so that's something we're gonna be looking at.
Okay. Anything else for new business?
Yeah,
Under
thank-
claims and financial discussions, I had asked if we could get a copy of our claims and the balance, but VIP is locked down due to year-end activities with the auditor's office. But we did get a copy of the special assessment collection summary, which goes to the city of Muncie, Delaware County, and various entities throughout Delaware County, Yorktown and Selma. And that distribution, it looks like it is $53,759.51. So I believe the only action we can take today for claims and financial would be to approve the receipt of the special assessment collections.
What was that figure again?
$57,759.51.
Okay.
And that is made up. There's actually an equation here. The total was $54,656.43, and there was an $896.92 subtraction for that, I believe, for says LP. What would LP be for? I don't know. But that brings us to the total of $53,759.51. This is from Brad Polk, that he gave us the summary
Yeah.
of the collections. So we could approve the receipt of those collections, but we can't approve any claims or any other financial transactions because I don't have them.
Motion to approve that receipt.
Second.
I have a motion, a second, to approve the receipts of the special assessment collections. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, the same. Any other discussions for claims or financial?
And then,
The invoice that I submitted back in early December, just so I can let the contractor know, when will that be paid? Do we know?
Can you tell us how much it
Yeah.
is? We might be
Yeah,
able to
it's
do.
$4,160. That was for the removal of all those trees out there at Mr. Young's. I gave it to Jenna back in this early December.
So this is the 12879
Correct.
Stony Creek Lane project.
Correct.
Jenna?
I just so I can let him know if he asked. He didn't ask, but
yeah.
so okay. Okay, good enough. Thank you.
Any other conversation about claims and financial discussions before we go to public comment?
No.
Public comment, anybody wishing to make public comment can approach the podium. Please state your name and address for the record. You'll have at least 3 minutes.
Again, Rick Yenser, newsman and author. I needed a clarification from this government. I heard last month reviewing county commissioners meetings that there was talk of increasing the stormwater fee. And that's a direct payment that property owners make. I think for homeowners it's around 11 or 12 bucks. And I just wanted a clarification whether that's already been done. Is it going to be considered? And maybe give a little accounting of how much money you've got in that, what some people call the rain tax, because I know you have to distribute it around other governments. But I'm one to think that especially this year, after we did get some tax relief from the state, and now they want to take it back because the local government and the school saying we can't afford it. I don't want to see a whole lot of big tax increases, even little ones, regardless of what the need is. And of course, I don't think this is one of these uncovered boards. So if you could give us a little, or give the public some idea of how much, and if you've raised that stormwater fee on their taxes come in spring.
Yeah, thank you. Rick, Mr. Yenser does have a point. I don't think we've ever raised our fees since we've started, have we, John?
Is it 7.5 cents?
It's, I want to say, was it 57 cents or something?
That seems like a lot. Anyway,
Yeah, but
so the short answer is there's been no action. It's not been increased, and they won't see an increase because I don't believe we've taken any action to increase
no, we haven't.
the stormwater
And
fees.
I don't know the process, how that would work, but I remember when I came here in 2013, we had our first meeting of the stormwater that we had abundant because they had not even been really meeting and spending it. But as you can see, the need is out there on these projects.
That's kind of my point. I agree with you, Commissioner Riggin, and like Commissioner Brand said, there's not been any action taken, but we haven't increased these fees in years, and we're trying to do a lot of this work along with the drainage board. The drainage board's the same way. None of those fees have ever been
Increased.
increased
I
for
don't
how
think
long?
so.
I mean,
I think it was 81.
yeah.
when they
So
raised it to $2.
it's time really to start looking at that. And I don't
We wouldn't have to do,
large increases,
Large.
but it's something that we need to start doing. I mean, because we're trying to do all this work, and it doesn't come cheap.
And the drainage board's looking to assess some new areas, and
Correct.
there's a lot of activity now, I think, from the stormwater and the drainage board
Yeah.
that maybe you didn't see in the past.
yeah.
But to Mr. Yenser's comment, just for clarification, this money that goes to Delaware County goes to multiple entities. Goes to Delaware Regional Wastewater District, goes to Harrison Township, goes to Liberty Regional Wastewater District, Monroe Township, Mount Pleasant Township, goes to Niles Township, Perry Township, Salem Township, Union Township, Washington Township, and Hamilton Eaton. So the money gets spread out pretty thin.
Mhm.
And if I'm not mistaken, all the area that was annexed by Shiler now goes to Eaton when we used to.
That's
collect it.
correct.
Yeah, so we're gonna miss all that tax money. Is gonna go back to Eaton.
Right.
The rate for residential was established in 2006 and has not been increased since 2006. It's 95 cents a month for a total annual rate of $11.40.
Thank you.
1140, did you say?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Any other public comment? Any comments from the board?
No.
Comments
Good
from legal?
meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
So move.
All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Next meeting is February 2nd at 10:30, right?
Yep, next meeting February 2nd, 10:30 a.m.